Hi guys, here with your first English lesson for this week. Got two things to do today. First of all, we're going to have a go at writing a biography. Now, we've done this before, so you should know what a biography is, and you should know roughly what they look like. You might not remember all of the tricks we used when we did one before for Mr. Wormwood, but you should be able to remember the key points of what it is. And then the second part of our lesson, we've got a game of who is it. We're going to work out who it is that we're giving you clues about, which will lead us into what we're going to do in English this term. So, your cold task for this morning. You're going to write a biography of someone in your family. Now, this can be anyone, somebody interesting, someone you look up to, or just someone that you know really well. Now, this could be a really good opportunity to reach out to someone in your family you've not spoken to for a while, whether you just pick up the phone and talk to them and ask them some questions and hear about what the experiences they've had in their life, whether you set it up as a Zoom call or something like that, but reach out to somebody, make contact with them, and then show us what you remember from our last biography. So when we last wrote biographies, we were looking at fictional characters from Matilda. This time we're going to look at a real life person. So we're actually going to write a biography of someone that's living and is very much not a piece of fiction. Also remember that your biography is factual, not fictional. Okay, good luck with that one. Make sure you share it on Tapestry. Moving ourselves forward, the next part of our lesson, we're going to start thinking about who this could be. So, whose works have been adapted into all of these films? Now, there's a character not a character, a person who's done lots of good work, written lots of things, and they've been adapted into films. So, let's go through. We've got Get Over It, 10 Things I Hate About You. He's still dead, but he's getting warmer. A film, Warm Bodies. She's the Man. West Side Story, The Lion King. These all have a basis in somebody else's writing. We want to see if you can work out who it is. And we've got an enormous book here. Whose complete works would fill a book this large? Now, we can't really see how big that book is. So this gives you an idea. This is an enormous book. This is all the works of this person in one book. There's lots of writing, lots of images in there, but you can see they've got 2 columns of text into those pages to get enough written down on a page to be able to get it into the book and keep the book to a smaller size than it could be otherwise. Again, you can see the representation. The text is quite small. It's quite hard to read from the picture we've got. So who could have written so much that it would fill a book of this size? But who can be scared to learn about someone whose works also fit into this book? So we've got the same big book we started with, but we've also got the same works written in a slightly different style that fit into the smaller orange book. So you can see the comparison between the 2 books. The big blue one is thick, it's huge, probably 10 times bigger than the orange book, yet everything still fits into both books. So there you go, to show you this text is still quite small, but it's only 1 column of text on a page. So it's not as if we've photocopied the first book and shrunk all the pages down using the photocopier. You can read the text on there. So it's all in there, just written in a slightly different style. All of his stories have been written in so many ways, allowing for anyone to enjoy them. Now there's a clue there, his. So we're looking for a male writer. So we've got them written in lots of different styles. We've had them turned into comic books or graphic novels. It's probably a better description for this one. Comic books tend to be very colourful and very simple stories. A graphic novel is just another way of telling the story. It gives the story to another audience, allowing them to enjoy the writing. We've got them written in much simpler language so younger readers can enjoy them as well. So this writer has written lots of different things. It's been turned into lots of different stories written by other people who've used the original story for inspiration. You've got graphic novels. We've got children's versions of the stories as well. We've got, even we'll go back even further, in real young children's version here. Big pictures, small amounts of text that just give the key important information. So it's been done in a way that anybody can pick it up and have a read of it and can understand it. So we go left-hand side of the screen where we started, the adults level, the graphic novels, maybe more teenagers. And then the two books that we've got here. So we've got year 5, year 6, the book, the third one. And then we go to sort of year 1, year 2 for the final image. So his writing's been adapted to suit lots of different audiences. So his works might have been put on in a place like this, a grand, ornate theatre. So there's another clue as to who it could be. I wonder if you can work it out now. If you have, let me know on Tapestry. So when you send in your biography, just put a little line at the bottom, I think the person is, and give me the name that you think it is. So you've got a really spectacular theatre here, whose this person's work might have been put on. So some different views of this and what it might have looked like originally. This is the view from the outside. Now, this is a theatre called the Globe. I'm sure you can understand why it's called that, because it's circular. We've got lots of clues starting to come through as to who this person might be. So have a think about who you think it could be. Do you know who it is? And what can you find out about them? So if you think you know who it is, challenge yourself. Can you find out a bit more? Could you find me? Tell you what, if you think you know who it is, find me 5 facts and add them in at the bottom of your biography. So when you put your work up onto Tapestry, I can see who you think it is and I can see what you found out about that person. So to recap, what you need to do today, you're going to write a biography. You're going to try and remember as much as you can. The biography needs to be about a real person this time, not a fictional character like we did before. So think about someone in your family, someone you maybe look up to, someone who's helped you through something, or maybe just a grandparent that you've not spoken to in a while. Make a phone call, get some information, explain to them what you're doing, and they'll be more than happy, I'm sure, to talk to you, share some stories with you that you could add into your biography to give more detail. The second part of what you're going to do, you're going to go back through the clues, see if you can work out who we're talking about. Who is this person that's written these fantastic works that fill up huge books, whose works have been adapted so that they can be read by anyone from adults down to year 1 children and understood, and whose work would have been put on in such a spectacular theatre. As always, guys, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you back in school very soon.